Good morning, world. It's the crack of dawn. I'm that rooster who's up early. Cock-a-doodle-doo. First one up. Well, I just realized, I was thinking about it last night. Well, I was watching, what is stuck on the table? Doesn't that drive me nuts? Okay, digress. I realized last night as I was watching some astrology stuff that we have a whole bunch of planets swinging back into Scorpio. So Venus is about to go into Scorpio. We have the new moon on Thursday, which is in Scorpio. Anyway, lots of stuff back in Scorpio right before we go into Sag. But it's funny because I was personally feeling it where I was like, what is all of this like sexy energy? Like and you know, I've been rethinking how I want to do the channel. Wasn't sure if I really just wanted to never do love readings again, let alone the channel. But it's just funny because it's just coming through so fucking strong. But even just for my own self in the world, normally I'm not feeling ravenous, but I gotta say these last couple days of Scorpio from Tuesday to Thursday, buckle up. I don't know, it's very Scorpio. Okay, well, I'm gonna start us off with the Kimikes because I'm gonna do my best here to just see if we can pull on any other energy that's like not this like intense Scorpio sexy town. Okay, let's see, Kimike, what do you gotta say? Also, Grandmama, get in here. Hey, look, there's Chicken Baby. Come on, Chicken Baby. Come say hi. She might be bad that I'm not in bed. Come on. Oh, there you are, babe. Oh, okay, well, lay down. Yeah, we're all here. Okay, there you go. She did the big flop. The big cat flop of 2025. Right, Whiskers? Okay, go rub your whiskers. Oh, look, the father's coming back out. Hey, you're a little bit distracted though, you know? Yeah. Okay, so we got the father energy. Yes. Oh, the siren. Interesting. These were like the cards that I had pulled in that reading for myself. Oh, interesting. Remember when I was like, I did this reading, the one before I got all spicy? I'm literally pulling, but I'm like shuffling. Interesting. Well, Spirit, I'd rather just, what are we doing? Here, no. We'll talk about that reading, not right this second. Okay, first let's call on those crowd favorites. God, Jesus, Grandma, Buddha, archangels, all ascended masters, all of my benevolent ancestors, anyone that you work and pray with. I don't care what the name of your God is, everyone is welcome here, other than Debbie Devil. That's all I request. Okay, Bonita's back in the bedroom. She's left. Elvis has left the building. Okay. Oh, the king. The king and the father, though, kind of the same energy. Okay. Okay, so Grandma. Actually, I know one of you commented, I saw Vancouver, and it's funny, I can really, the wind right now, I've got the window cracked. I am really feeling Vancouver today. It's weird, when I first started the channel, again, I always get waves of people where I can really kind of sometimes lock into a specific area. But there's always been a little Vancouver pod or like that part of North America that I pick up on. But it's weird. It's like I can hear the rain right now. There's something about my grandma. My grandma's really coming through, but my grandma lived and died in Vancouver, so, and those are my old stomping grounds from when I was a kid. Oh man, when I used to smoke Demore, oh man. Benson and Hedges, yeah. Oh, the orphan. And the gem. Oh, look at how they're talking already. Look at this. Oh, I feel someone feels abandoned. See? The child's hand. And look what's being offered from the king. And it's the gem. The king is offering the gem to the orphan. Beautiful. Okay, let's just read that. And this is giving mother snake, but in a way though that it's like the beautiful, soft aspects of like the feminine. Like this doesn't give scary snake or like yucky snake. I feel like this is like, yeah. In nature, we do see it, right? When we are bereft, somehow, some way, it's like, yeah, the universe does show up to kind of protect you. Yeah, I'm getting like father, mother, God energy here, like true divine masculine, feminine. Like to me is like the God self, the two aspects of God self, of like the feminine and the masculine. And then we have this gem. Okay, let's get into it. But yeah, I'm really feeling Vancouver right now. I feel like I can hear the rain right now in Vancouver, and I'm willing to bet because rain. You don't need to be psychic to know that it rains all the goddamn time in Vancouver, but I feel like I can hear it on the roof right now, the windows. And it has such a particular smell. Yeah, each city, like Seattle has a very particular smell. New York has a really particular smell. Like each city that I've lived and traveled in or gone around to, yeah, it's so funny. Okay, the king. Where are you? Let's look you up. Ooh, is someone looking you up right now? The king, 85. Are some of you born in 85? Or 73? Oh, is that the year of the ox? Yes, it is. I like the year of the ox. Okay, hold on. It's 85. Yeah, I got distracted. What else is going? Okay. Yeah, my allergies, going back to the spring feeling. Yeah, it's really weird. Australia, I did see you commented. Yes, it is spring in Australia. Okay, I digress. The ruler, the commander, the emperor. If our lives are imagined as a king containing the entire spectrum of human experience, the king presides over it all. Through the lens of the king, we assess the state of our land, make decisions, and rule accordingly. Therefore, the king must be thoroughly and regularly vetted so as to avoid corruption. Recognize the dual nature of the king. He is either seated in benevolence and strength, guiding you towards peace, or he is oppressing the weak out of a need to control. There is not much middle ground. Some think of the king as the ultimate expression of the ego, yet the great kings of mythology and history serve from an egoless place. They take their throne with grace and humility, knowing the divine uses them as a channel to heal deep and long-standing discrepancies in the kingdom. The king is necessary. He is a bridge between the eternal and the day-to-day. Bonita, just come lie down. I'm not going back to bed. It is also said that it is necessary for the king to die. This is a death of ego. Well, interestingly enough, I'm not actually getting a ton off of the reading. It's more like, I am getting like kind of more like Christian symbolism of like the stigmata, sacrifice, giving, and like the fact Yeah, like the fact that all three of these are like, to me, talking so clearly, like this being that gem and giving it to the hand of the child. Well, and then thinking of this stigmata, like the whole reason Jesus allowed, you know, like Jesus knew that was going to happen. It was the sacrifice. And so the king also, as we saw, we did pull out the father card first. As parents, we make a lot of sacrifices to give to our children. Yeah, there's something here. Let's keep reading. But yeah, there wasn't a ton that jumped out just off of that. That's kind of a first. Okay, the orphan, 71. Ooh, the year of the pig. Do you have any people born in the year of pig here? Okay, the orphan, the wounded child, the abandoned, the beggar. To study the orphan is to study the deep and challenging energy of our time. We are never more connected, yet face collective isolation. The refugee crisis haunts our planet. Children are separated from parents, and the earth begs for our attention. We are in a time of universal orphanage, of nature, of each other, of our own hearts. Oh, the wind right now is like so warm on my legs. It's interesting. I feel transported. I feel like I'm in a very different location. Okay, I digress. Take refuge in the fact that we all share this core wound and dilemma. It is normal to fear this card, as it haunts the caverns of the soul. When it appears, take time, real time, to be in the presence of the feelings this card stirs in you. Let it humble you. What are you starving for? What a great line. Like, it's not even hungry. It's like, what are you starving for? Also, when was the last time you felt true starving? And even just regards to food, like, we forget that a lot of our stuff is, before we even get to certain states, we can satiate things. Or, on the other spectrum, like I remember like working certain jobs where you're doing like 12, 16-hour days and there's not a lot of time to eat. That's really common actually of kitchen work, oddly enough, because you're working around food, but you're doing these crazy long shifts. And not only do you not really want to eat, but like it's like classic like 5 minutes. If you're a smoker, you get a bit more of a break if there's a bit more of an allowance, but so like not recognizing when your body is like starving for things, sustenance. But there's also things that like starving for affection. Because this is the other thing. I think I've talked about this a couple times, but like I've had to ask this to my own self. So this is like usually where I come up like with these questions. It's because it's always like something I've worked on or I've asked of myself. But like I've definitely asked myself at times like, would I have slept with that person? Like, was it a sexual need that needed to be filled, or was it just like affection? Like, did I just actually need a hug? And it could have just been from like anyone that I love. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, this is the thing, like sometimes I think the wires get so crossed. And it's true, like with isolation, there's a lot of starving for connection. And things like physical affection that isn't sexualized. Do you know what I mean? Okay. It is normal to fear this card as it haunts the caverns of the soul. When it appears, take time, real time, to be in the presence of the feelings that this card stirs in you. Let it humble you. What are you starving for? What is the deepest gift you could imagine giving to others? What has been rejected is quite possibly what is most needed, dear one. Tenderness beyond tenderness is required. Imagine holding yourself in your hands. To recognize that each one of us fears rejection and isolation is to take one step towards the orphan. More kindness, always. Yes! Access this archetype through creative acts like drawing, painting, or writing. Keep it simple. Ask the orphan what it wants to draw, make, or say. Oh, I love that. I do. But I do see this as well, especially we're coming into this new moon energy. There's a lot. Again, even with like all of this, like there's just, oh God, every day there's so much, right? Like I think we're all collectively like up to our eyeballs and like what else is new? Everything is like, the dial of intensity is turned up on everything. So that being said, it takes, again, a little bit of dedication to actually just get still and to ask the thing directly, like whether it's you talking to your spirit team or if there's someone on your mind. Like I like to, like last night I went into meditation and I pictured someone in particular, and instead of me talking to them, I just sat and waited for them to communicate anything to me, with the expectation that like they actually may not in that moment, but that it was just, yeah, I'm working more myself on, instead of thinking I know or asking questions in a way that's still taking away the information from the very source that could just give me the information. Do you know what I mean? So there's something here about like, I feel like the universe, an ancestor, there's something outside of yourself that sees you as being a little bit stranded, a little bit bereft, and it wants to offer you something. But because everything's so intense right now, it makes it really hard to tune in. That's why really, like in my opinion, and this is just my opinion and how I work, and I do this too, like sometimes I can go a really long time without being in sitting meditation. Like when I'm walking and doing stuff, I'm in the flow, but like sitting meditation is very different at times for me. But I feel like there's something here about just like asking whoever it is that you're working and praying with, or if there's again a particular person, just asking them what it is that they want to share with you. Don't think that you know, and just wait. And sometimes it takes a hot second. A hot second could be days, but it's about showing up and just being still, quiet enough to just receive. Because sometimes the gift that's being offered it's like hearing something or receiving something in a dream, but yeah. Yeah, I'm really picking up on British Columbia today. Oh man, it's like I'm time traveling. Time traveling to my past of growing up in BC, but also I feel like I'm very locked into what feels like Vancouver right now. I feel like I know what's going on in the weather. I can hear the rain. I can smell it. And this wind on my legs, it's not cold today. I'm wearing shorts. There's like the warmest breeze on my leg. Interesting. Okay. The gem. Yeah, like if I could be in Vancouver today, to be honest, I would go to my grandma's grave. Now that I found it on the internet. Isn't that incredible? Going back to technology, like technology can be such bullshit sometimes, but like the fact that's a stranger, I was able to find my grandma's grave and see a photograph of her thing because some stranger put it on, and like not one of my ancestors. Just incredible. Anyway, I digress. Yeah, that's what I do today. Gem? Oh, Jemmy Gem. Where are you? Yeah, my allergies. Gem. Okay. Have to be strategic. One at a time. Okay. There we go. Ooh, 77. You're the snake. All right. The diamond, the gold, the inner treasure. There are infinite names for the gem. It is also known as the jewel, the star, the talent, the gift, the gold. One thing for certain is that it is found deep within a substance that is very much unlike it. For example, a diamond in the rough. The gem always stands in contrast to its surroundings. You can't find it when you're among comforts and pleasantries. Precious stones develop slowly deep in the earth amid pressure and darkness. Discovering the gem requires a descent beneath the surface where there is no definitive map. Yet the longing to touch the true gem within us is so strong that we cannot help but seek out its radiance. Your gem, like your destiny, is unlike any other in the entire world. Keep digging. I think this is what Spirit is going to give you. I'm really hearing, yeah, and I get it. Sitting meditation is not for everyone. I know that. Like, it, and for someone like myself, it's like anything. There's days where I really love sitting meditation and I crave it. Like last night, I craved it. Truly, like there's nothing else I wanted to do. All I wanted to do was just sit quietly and meditation. But even on the days when meditation is uncomfortable and your body's uncomfortable, maybe it's even like you're having body pains and there's noises that are irritating and distracting and your mind's racing. When I used to go to the Buddhist temple in Manhattan, there was like a stretch of time where I was going every single day because my life wasn't working. Like my attitude was so stinky because I was a bike messenger in New York, and like I was just getting so aggressive because the energy of New York can be really aggressive. So the only thing I changed was I started to go to Yoga for the People because it was right behind my work and it was pay what you could. And so I went to yoga every single day for 2.5 weeks, and I went to my sitting meditation at the Buddhist temple every single day for 2 weeks. And the transformation that occurred, and I only bring this up because there were so many days where even the yoga, some days it felt incredible, I was in the flow, my body felt great, and same with the meditation. And then there was days where I was just like, my mind wouldn't focus, my body was uncomfortable, I was judgy. That being said, every time I still do an act, whether I enjoy the process, it always adds to my bank account. Like the meditation yoga for me has always been like, even when I haven't enjoyed it, I still receive the benefits. So, and like anything, I read something to the effect of like people mistake trying once for like basically like what it takes to master something. Like, again, guys, just go watch like kids like skateboarding clips. Like there's so many things, anything that you learn, even as babies, as us learning how to walk, like every part of the process is like you eat shit, you have to learn how to do it. It's usually a little bit tricky. There's always like some hiccups, but when you stick with something, and I just myself, and sometimes like again, and we have different mobility stuff, so I totally get it if like actual sitting meditation, but there's ways of like in the summer I lie on my back and I watch the clouds, but my breathing is focused and I'm just being. And again, I find when I'm in that space, the gems really do come through. And I feel, again, going back to this like really magical spring weather and all of this planetary intensity, there's something really special. And again, when you get your finger on the pulse, this is that type of energy that you can really work with. Like, it's already extra potent. It's very malleable. And so if you work with it right now, I feel like the gifts that you could really be receiving is just like tenfold. Okay. Oh yeah, it's like way too hot in here. I already turned down the heat, but like it's like a spring day. Oh, okay. Okay, Grandmama, I'm feeling you so strongly today. I'm feeling Vancouver. What deck? Well, you know what? I'm gonna get out the moon. The moon oracle here. Okay. Okay, Grandmama, we see a theme here. What else can you add to this? Also, if you just want to add a little aside, like what's up with the Vancouver vibes today? And maybe for you guys, yeah, it's about connecting to something in your past, like a location, somewhere that you grew up, or somewhere, like, yeah, Vancouver has so many memories. A lot of memories. Oh, hey. Oh my god, Panther snuck into this one. It's not even a part of this deck. Panther seems to really love coming out. Oh, we're gonna keep you out. Reclaim your power. You get over. Yeah, exactly. Reclaim your power. Your gem. Okay, so Grandma, what else for collective? Ooh, this card. Self-reflection. Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm also hearing, Spirit was showing me that this is about your higher self, future self. If you want to work with if you want to get really quick, tangible results, we always forget about our future self, higher self. You can call on those two. Like if you're getting spicy with your other spirit team, but you can trust, like who else are you going to trust to have your own back? You. So if you really want to also tap into some like knowledge to be like, future self, how do we get out of this? Or like what, or again, higher self, two different parts, aspects of you, but like I would also highly recommend. But this is what I'm getting. Through self-reflection, it's like the gift is from like your higher self, future self, being like, here's the gift. But again, that comes from self-reflection. And with that orphan hand, like, you know, I'm definitely getting some childhood wounds. Again, they don't have to be big. Like sometimes childhood wounds are still significant, but they don't have to be like crazy traumatic. Like again, everything's on spectrum, but things still impact us. But there's something here. It can be something as simple as like, for instance, I know in my own loops, a phrase that always comes up is that everybody else except for me. And I remember this one particular moment. I know when it got really cemented, of all places, I think I was in Edmonton, Alberta as a kid. Anyway, there was this contest. We were in some big arena for some kind of big show, and at the end of the show there was this contest for this fucking BMX bike that was just tits, like just kiss the chef. I never wanted something so much in my life, and I entered the contest, and I don't know, there was something about not winning the contest, and through other series of things in my life being like, oh, everybody else except for me. So do you see what I mean? Like, but it's about catching these moments in our timelines and being like, oh, when did I unknowingly like really plant a seed that now has this theme that continuously plays? Do you know what I mean? So again, sometimes it's just about being quiet enough to catch the loop, because again, when we're used to a background noise, like think about how much noise exists in your house. So you're used to it. It's your household noise. But when you go into a new home or you're staying at a new place, you have to adapt, right? So think about all of your messages and loops that are going on in the background, but because they've been playing for so long, it's really, it's hard to notice them, to pinpoint it, because you're just like, oh, it's just the everyday noise. Yeah, okay. One card, Grandmama, please, please, one card. Okay. Discernment. Yeah, a lot of reflecting, a lot of discernment. Okay. Wisdom. That's the gem. Cause see, it's like your own hand extending to yourself. To be like, I got you. And see, with these hands, instead of it being extended, it's harnessing what already is. Right? Like if you think about it even from like an energetic or like Qigong, Tai Chi, like when you're working with energy, but again, it's coming from within, everything that you need. And I think that's what you're gonna have some revelations on here, is that the real gem, that's the discovery. It's your gem. We all, in theory, know we have all these hidden gems within us. Sorry guys, when my allergies go nutso babetso, oh, and it's so dry, everything is just itchy. Yeah, because it warmed up, my allergies. Ugh. Pardon me. So this self-reflection discernment, I'm like, yeah, this is the gem. And see, look, she's receiving. But I'm really hearing this more as like higher self, future self. And reclaiming your power. It's like remembering who the fuck you are. Look at you. Panther. Gorgeous. Okay. What deck? Okay, mystical moments it is. All right, so Grandma. Talk to me for collective. Page of Pentacles. Yeah, again, I really see this as your own offering to self. Because see, it's a little kid. There's something here about little kid you. Because yeah, like I said, like I could really feel, I can feel certain days of my childhood in BC right now with this kind of particular breeze and rain. Okay, wait, I can pinpoint it. There must be a message here. So it would have been grade 5, going to school in Kamloops, but living in Logan Lake. And doing that drive in the morning. Yeah, so like fall. Okay, so grade 5 is like 10 years old. So think about a time. What was going on for you at the age of 10 besides allergies? Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. Oh my God. Yeah, at the age of 10. See, and this is going underneath discernment and the orphan. See, you've been looking outside of yourself, but see, it's within. See, this is that. You're sitting on top of the thing that you're looking for. Yeah, it's like, it's not even right in front of you. You're sitting on it. You're sitting on your gem. It's within. Okay, hold on, let me focus. Okay, so what's going underneath gem and wisdom? Oh man, Grandma, why am I feeling this? Page of Cups. And see, we have the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, there's this real softness here. And remember going back to like the orphan energy, the tenderness. Be tender. Look at how she's looking at that fish. Picture this as your higher or future self looking at little you and being like, you got this. I know what happens next. You got this. It occurred to me in meditation, I've had some pretty crazy divine interventions in my life, like truly stuff that's, you know, sounds greater than fiction. And only in the last couple years did I hear, how do you know that wasn't your future self that showed up? It wasn't a stranger. It was you disguised to be like, don't do this, or hey, you know, whatever the divine intervention looked like. So yeah, the thing I've personally been doing and working with the most in the past like 2 months is really like higher self, future self. Because that's what I realized, where I was like, oh, I'm getting really spicy with God, fuck this. But I was like, you know what? I know me. I know me. And I know I would not fucking leave myself bereft. So when you call on your higher self to be like, okay, because I consider future self, higher self the same but different. Future self is like, it could be like you a month from now, again, to be like, you know, access different parts, versions of yourself to be like, okay, my guy, help a guy out here, you know? But the key word here is tenderness. And see, even her, tender. Okay. Oh, Grandma, I can feel you so strongly right now. The age of 10. 9 of Cups, yeah. Your own wish fulfillment. You fill up your own cups. I think this is what's going to be coming to you. And again, in that way that, listen, as someone who, as I've mentioned, I've been in therapy for a long time. I've read a lot of books. It's one thing to hear about things. You hear about things and you're like, okay, I get that. Like, that makes sense. But there is something to be said about the hearing about and knowing of, and then experiencing it. So you get like the emotional knowing, the full picture. It's no longer knowing of, it's true knowing, because it's the emotional and then the application. So there's going to be some kind of epiphany that comes to you. And I really see it as like you going within and really taking the time, being really patient with yourself, you know? To again, not just like do a 5-minute meditation, get really fussy and be like, oh, fuck this, or do it once but expect huge results. Like, sometimes it is a required effort or a sustained effort. And like with any conversation, like just waiting. Like last night when I was doing a spiritual tete-a-tete with this person, yeah, I didn't hear anything initially. There was a lot of visual stuff, but there wasn't necessarily like, because I really was just like, I'm waiting for you. Like, you have information. I don't need to project that or like think I know. Like, I'd rather just hear it from you. So if you want to share it, I'm going to sit here and listen patiently. And if you don't share, that's okay too. Oh, there she is. The love of my life, Lady Justice. See, she's looking down and she's covered in gold. And this is going directly underneath. It's discovering, right? Like what I just said, seeking outside of yourself, realizing that you're sitting on top of it. You're gold. You are the gem. And I love that look that she has, this like soft looking down, because it's like, it's a quiet pride. It's a quiet acknowledgement of your power, of your gifts, your abilities, your talents, the very essence that makes you you, your unique expression of the divine. And you're getting it now, and you're just secretly pleased. I love that. Okay, so what's going underneath? Now, see, the ships are coming in. The Three of Wands is going underneath that page. And see, I see that again as the extensions of yourself, like just like Rapunzel, but it's your own hair. You reach out to yourself. So you always have a connection, something to grab onto, again, when in doubt. But because of some kind of internal shift here, and the past is the past. See? That ship is facing the past. She's facing the future now. So she's holding on to it. Easy breezy. But she's looking to the future now. I love this. Okay. Well, Grandmama, any other last words? Let's get 3 more cards to take us out. The World. See? The old world. The old parts of self. And again, it's not getting rid of. It's just sometimes just catching and like putting it to the side. To be like, you belong on the shelf, but it has to go over here now. There's a new world. There's new experiences to be had. And realizing that you're the creator of that world. Ooh, the High Priestess. And look, see, that ship is going again. It's the past. But you're peaking. You're peaking. Because now, yeah, I feel like there's more direction. Not control, but you're directing your focus and what to look for. And now that something has clicked, again, I see this as, again, waiting for the other ships to come in. But yeah, these two feel like one and the same. Because that ship is in the past, that ship is, but see, she's looking. And I love how a lot of this energy, it's very quiet. Again, you're not dissipating your energy and power by talking about it. That's the other big part of, again, harnessing energy and knowing how to create. A lot of time is working in silence. Not to give it away. You gotta, to keep it potent, you gotta like hold it like a little pebble in your hand, you know? Okay. Yeah, I know. I feel like that's your higher self, or I do feel like this is higher self. And see, it's got the book. You're learning about yourself. You're realizing that there's all these different ways to connect to things, to get the answers that you seek. But see, this is what I mean though. It requires a quiet. There's a lot of moonlight here. Yeah, by the light of the moon. Like, this is between 4 a.m. and 5 a.m. There's like a real magic that occurs. But it's learning how to sense energies. Like, you know those days where you wake up where you're like, ooh, the energy out here is violent. People feel stinky. I feel stinky. Like, do you know what I mean? So it's also being sensitive to like, ooh, what's the global feel today? Like getting, again, the finger on the pulse, being like, whoa, I'm telling you, this breeze, I don't know what's going on, but like there is some real fucking beautiful magic in the air. And it does feel like it's coming from like a place in your childhood that you knew. Like I can just pinpoint it. And that's how I felt yesterday. different feelings, but same kind of thing where I could pinpoint it, where I was like, oh man, I totally remember days of my childhood. Same exact sunlight, the way the light looks, the way that the breeze smells and feels. Do you know what I mean? Real nostalgia here. Beautiful. Okay. I feel like, oddly enough, they want one more Kim Krantz to take us out. Just one more. Okay, Kimmy K. What a beautiful message. Also, because I feel like I'm riding on this breeze that's like ruffling my leg hair. I want to go. I want to get on this breeze. Oh, what I'd give to travel today. Oh, what I would give. I'd get on a plane right now. I would. If I didn't have my cutie patootie old guy today. The Father! It came out again! Ah! Oh my god, I love it. We were meant to have it. Okay. See, the two. And perhaps for some of you, maybe you were really connected to your dad, and your dad passed. We don't get a lot of father energies, but I do see a lot of higher self, future self, but this could be the Divine Father, or this could be your father. Oh, let's read about it. Wow, wow, wow. Just came right back out. Here we go. The Great Father, the masculine, the protector. Alongside the mother, the father resides in the central axis of the archetypal family. The father embodies both light and dark aspects of the masculine. Thus, he is infinitely dynamic and complex. His energy is strong and regal, embodying such virtues as honesty, wisdom, and loyalty. Yet, ironically and simultaneously, the father is often absent, literally or emotionally. Through absence or action, the father eventually reveals that he is neither a king, and we see the king. He's neither a king nor a god, but a human being with many flaws and wounds. Okay, for some of you, there really is a father energy coming through. It's too bad it's coming in the very end here, but okay. This could be a father that you actually didn't grow up with. Maybe this person did abandon you, and they're coming through because, as stated, they're neither a king nor a god. And sometimes it takes passing away and having a higher perspective. Okay, very interesting. But I feel like this energy is coming through because they want to assist you. But I also, higher self, future self. He is both the guardian and one who leaves us to the wolves. Here, yet gone. The champion and the failure. The father can never resolve or escape this duality. It is inherent in the archetype itself. Witnessing the father's limitations allows the child to grow beyond the family and into the world. Become a student of this masculine energy. Watch the father in movies, in Shakespeare plays. See the father as a pattern, not as personal. Okay, well, we're gonna leave it there, but wow. Wow. Ugh, I gotta take an allergy med. Ugh, I just want to scream when my face is this itchy. Okay, well, bless up, buttercups. Yeah, I'm gonna just leave it there. I gotta go take some allergy meds. Stay blessed, stay golden. Have a great Monday.